what's the chat? The chat's not even showing up. Oh, what is up, everybody? It is refresh. That's the button I need. They moved it over to the right side. It used to be on the left. We don't keep the refresh button on the left anymore. We put it over here on the right-hand side. There we go. What's up, everybody? It is Monday, July 15th. Oh, and I just bonked the microphone. Get out here. Watch a live stream while I bonk a microphone. There we go. Oh. And I had to sneeze. I didn't have to sneeze while the music was playing. I did not have to sneeze while the music was playing. Welcome to live TV, bros and brosettes, brosefinas. Welcome, everybody. It is Monday, July 15th, 2024, where I'm going to continue messing around with the microphone because it's like way up in my face today. I don't know why. What did I change? Did I do something? I did something. I don't know what I did. I moved this. I think I smacked into it with a board going that way out the door. And I think that's what done it. I don't know. I mean, most things around here should expect to get impacted by lumber at some point. And I'm not excluding this microphone from that type of behavior. Anyhow, beginning of the show. So we have to go through our list of things that I have to remind people of. Become a member on YouTube if you want. You want more content off this channel? Become a member or become a patron. Become a member, become a patron. If you're a later viewer, just click the links down below the description. They're in the description. You don't necessarily have to do any of that nonsense. You just need to leave a comment in the chat. Replay Team 6 about something. Do that. Replay Team 6, where you at? Where's our shout-outs for the Replay Team Sixers? Do we have held for review comments? Oh, no, we don't have any of those. They got auto-deleted. Groveside Animals. Replay Team 6 comment. Oh, I got to get rid of the I haven't responded. There we go. Yeah, Groveside Animals. Mark loves the Arizona Cardinals. Is his handle now? I don't know. Somebody mentioned when you have a bank full of money, such a strategy might be an opinion, I guess, whereas most that don't would probably opt to propagate from cuttings from the offset. On an old video, the trimming for aesthetics video, which it literally fucking says in the title, Nature Aquarium, trimming and replanting, trim for aesthetics. In the title, in the thumbnail, that's what it says. It doesn't say anything about people's bank accounts, but yeah. Where else? Replay Team 6. Your content is really amazing, bro. I want to talk to you personally, okay? Replay Team 6 from Bob. Well, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Aquarium Plant Man. Just caught up on what you've been up to. Looking forward to plant content in your new fish room. All right. Hey, it's always good to hear from Aquarium Plant Man. All the way from down under. Replay Team 6 from Jen Yu and Myrick. Replay Team 6. Agreed on all fronts. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, we had the 4th of July. Did you guys have a good 4th of July? I didn't make it. To a fireworks display, if you guys were wondering. So I didn't record a fireworks display on my cell phone, like so many people do, because I didn't even go to one. I literally hung out down by the river. I hung out down by the river in a van down by the river. You know what I mean? I was in a caravan, you know, periwinkle blue caravan, right? You like dags? Yeah, we went down to the water. We took our camper trailer down to the Agua near the River Columbia by the Wanapum Dam. in just outside of Vantage, Washington. If you've ever been there before, it is near the Gorge. Lots of people have been to the Gorge. Not a lot of people have been to Vantage. I prefer Vantage over the Gorge. The Gorge is a dumpster fire of sitting out in very hot sun. To those of you that are not familiar with the geography of Washington State in the United States, the western half of Washington State, where I live, gets the agua and weather off of the Pacific. It starts over there, down there in the New Zealand area, and then goes up through Japan, and then shoots across the Pacific and blasts us with the moist. You know what I'm saying? We get a lot of that moist around here, just blasting right up into our eyes and into our gills. You know. And we get all the goods from that. Well, Eastern Washington, there's a big mountain range in the way, and they're at high elevation over there. So guess what? Guess what you get? Guess what you get? You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, right? You know what I'm talking about. Eastern Washington, they don't get no moist. There ain't no moist, and they're high up. So guess what happens when you're high up and you don't get a lot of moist? Anybody? Nobody? Nobody's got a guess? Nobody's even got a guess. It's a high plains desert. So over there it's like the outback in Australia. There's tumbleweeds, sand, sagebrush, rattlesnakes, poisonous spiders, all things that I find entertaining. And it's very hot. It's very hot, my bros, over there. And so it was about 105 degrees Fahrenheit, which I'm going to convert it for you. 105 Fahrenheit to Celsius. Oh, let's convert it for you, nerds. I think it's the 41 or something. Nope, 40.5. 40.55 repeating. 105 degrees Fahrenheit is 40.5 Celsius. So you guys understand how hot it was, and we were down by the water, and the water there, it just melted off of frozen mountains, frozen mountaintops, and is thusly collected by hydroelectric dams, which I am a huge fan of, and I get a big giant nerd boner for hydroelectric dams because I come from a state that has lots of hydroelectric dams and power, and I've always liked them and had an affinity for them, just the same thing as like autistic people have for trains, although I still have the same affinity for trains also, but I don't have the autism, as far as I know. I haven't never been diagnosed, but either way, I have a powerful lust for dams, hydroelectric energy, amazing. Is it the best thing for the environment? Definitely arguable to be not necessarily the best thing for the environment, but I would argue it's better than burning coal. So, you know, on the scale of things, it's not all the way at the worst. It's not all the way at the best, but it does work quite well. So there's that. But anyhow, we were out there for the 4th of July, and it being hot and dry, lacking the moist. Guess what? Fireworks not allowed. Was there a bunch of fireworks? Yeah, yes, but not in our vicinity. They were down the river. Occasionally, what they will do is who's they? I don't know. Conspiratorial-minded people would think of the Illuminati. I don't know, but they sometimes set up a flotilla on the river. The River Columbia, and shoot fireworks off of there. So I could see some of those way, way, way down the river, but definitely not very entertaining to see tiny fireworks on the horizon. So just kind of reveled in the nice weather and it being warm out and windy during the evening, and not have to listen to gigantic explosions and shitty air quality and all of those things for the 4th of July. So that was pretty nice because when I went to bed, it was just breezy out, and there was just wind blowing against the trailer. That was the only thing we really had to listen to, and just slept right in until it was time to make pancakes and bacon, baby. And guess what? Pancakes and bacon accomplished. So we did it. We did it live. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it live. So we did do it live, and that was our 4th of July experience. Very hot out, very sunny. Kids, grandparents, everybody was there, and we had a good time. Went down to the beach, collected shells, hung out with local, believe it or not, hung out with the local Mexican families, which are great. I love it. Those are some of my favorite people to be hanging around with, so that was good. And, ate food and hung out and wandered around and went to the beach and tried to go swimming, but that water comes straight off the glacier. And I got to admit, they haven't had the normal amount of hot days in eastern Washington that they normally do by this point, and that water is freaking brisk, baby. Somebody had a temperature of it, and they said it was 47 degrees, which then we will have to convert that once again. 47F to C. 8.3. 8.3 degrees Celsius. It's very exciting. Welcome to the stream where I convert temperatures from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Not in my head, because I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy doing that. The green room is open. If anybody who is a member of the Discord would like to jump into the green room, you can. It is open. Fish Fam Link says show some love by liking this video and subscribe to stay in the loop. So you should do that. That's important. The bots are talking to us, guys. We should listen to the bots because the bots are talking, and we'll read their comments, and then we'll just do whatever the robots tell us to do, because that's the future we live in now, where robots just tell us stuff. Although there was a point when I questioned the Fish Fam Link to find out if they were a bot, and they said that they weren't a bot. So I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand. If it's not a bot, how is it so responsive? And who's the person behind it? Who is the person behind it, if there is a person behind it? Or is it just completely AI generated? I don't know. I don't know, and I may never know. But D-Rock is here. Steve Bearteach is here. What's up, buddy? Frank Dominguez, Alyssa Bentley, and Witchy Cat. Those are all of our people here in the chat today. So, yeah. Oh, I figured there'd be more chat by now, but there isn't chat by now because we took a 2-week break. And then I ended up having to talk about 4th of July, which was a while ago. Since then, some strange things have happened. Strange young man climbed up on a roof, taking pot shots at a former president. So people are all riled up about that, which just has like so many connotations to it. I know as a human, you guys know, I do not advocate for violence, but it's kind of weird that over the last 8 years, I've been basically explaining that Donald Trump has been promoting violence for this whole 8-9 years, and some of it came to his doorstep this last weekend. It's to me, it's really turned into a kind of a "I told you so" situation. I don't know. There's countless quotes of him offering to pay people's legal fees for beating people up at his rallies, kicking people out, fomenting January the 6th, which was insane. If any of this stuff makes sense to you at this point, and I don't know what to say. It's like I told you so. I don't know. It just feels that way, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, where we're at right now. I would encourage anybody to go vote, though. That's where we're at. Obviously, my initial response here is probably never going to carry through to anybody out there in the world. But if you're somebody that doesn't vote, you're the person I want to talk to and just say you need to get registered and you need to go vote. You need to go do it. It's very important. So, yeah. That's really my takeaway. Once again, is people that have been abstaining from voting need to go vote, right? And I've been hearing on the news that is half of the United States is going to vote for Trump. Which, how many people was it? I think it was 78 million or something like that. Let's see. How many people voted for that dingus? Well, how's this not? 74. 74 million votes, right? So 74 million people voted for Trump, right, in the last election. And then people go, half of the United States voted for him. There's 340 million people in the United States. 340. I mean, should I pull up the calculator? Should I pull up the calculator or can we do the math? It's not even 25%. So even the last census, was saying that there's 340 million people, right? It's 22% of Americans voted for Trump. 22%. If anybody's wondering, it's 22% of the population voted for Trump in the last election. That's it. It's not half. It's not a third. It certainly is not 25%. It's 22%. Right? I keep hearing this thing. Half of the United States voted for this guy. No, 22% of the population voted for that guy. That's it. It's basically 1 out of 5, right? Slightly more than 1 out of 5. It's like 1.1 out of 5. So if we're going to sit around and go half of the country, because the framing, right? It all boils down to the framing of, like, if you say, oh, half of the country is voting for that guy. Oh, well, it's half. It's 1 out of 2. Okay, so it's me and it's that guy. No, it's not. It's 1.1 versus 3.9, right? So it's basically 4 people to 1 person, right? There's a 4-to-1 disparity here, right? And if it's a 4-to-1 disparity, I want to hear from the other people that didn't vote. I want those people to go vote. I want to hear from those people. All of the people that just don't even show up. Where are they at? I want to hear from them. Yeah. And I want to hear from all the people. I want to see like a 99% turnout and then see who gets elected, right? Because you can't have a turnout that's like 50% of the people and then go like, oh, I guess that's good. It's not good. There's like 100, what was it, 80, what was it? I can't remember this number, but I think it was like 83 million people didn't vote, or 87 million people didn't vote or something. How many registered? I remember I looked this up a while ago, but I don't want to like, I don't want to be like 100% not even accurate. Oh, I feel like I got the burps. Okay, can't find it. Can't find it on that website, so we'll just keep going through the websites. Oh, that's not good. Don't look at this. Voter participation in the United States. It doesn't look good, guys. It doesn't look good. Let's see. 67%, 60%, 63, 54, 71. This is like a super in-depth website. I just want to see. Yeah, 80 million Americans didn't vote. Here it is. Despite record turnout, 80 million Americans didn't vote. They just didn't vote. Yeah, 80 million eligible voters didn't vote in 2020, right? Which is insane because you're like, oh, it's a record turnout. Here we go, 66%. Just fucking insane. Absolutely, like, absurdly stupid. Because I remember the statistic that, like, if the non-voters had voted, they would have gotten more. Or if the non-voters had voted for one person other than the two candidates, I think they would have equaled more votes than even the Joe Biden got. What is this? Who owns this website? Who owns this website? Okay. D-Rock says, it's terrible Trump brings so much hate and divide. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, his rhetoric is so ridiculous, and I had thought about this at one point, that, like, what if he was just, like, a chill dude and was being cool? Like, would I vote for him? I probably wouldn't, because their party platform, like, requires them to be not chill, right? And so, like, I think that's the unfortunate thing, is that, like, I think he's mainly just capitalizing on basically the dark side of conservative politics, you know, realistically. Mickham is here. What's up, Mickham? Jaden, I enjoy your content so much. The plant spotlight's been so awesome. Appreciate it, Jaden. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for watching those. I would love to do more of those. The unfortunate thing is, like, creating content has been difficult with my schedule these days. So making plant spotlights and stuff like that. As you can see, there's like project crap behind me. Look at all that wood that wasn't here last week. I've been building the frames for some nonsense, and last week I was digging holes like a young man, and I'm 44 now, so I'm feeling it. I had a long weekend of working and doing labor. Today's kind of my, air quote, is it my day off? No, it's sort of my office recover day. Try not to do too much physical stuff because I will wear myself out, and probably feel like I end up having the flu. So, yeah. I definitely have a lot of the scripts for redoing plant spotlight videos. I need to find the time to make and edit them. I have like tons of video for a bunch of videos already shot. It's the editing thing. It's the hard part. You got to compare Fox to CNN. It's so funny. Yeah, I mean, here's the problem. Like, anytime I catch Fox News, I realize that they are, they're just lying and making stuff up, which ultimately is a gigantic waste of time. I mean, if I want to listen to people that are making stuff up, I'm just going to read fiction about wizards and dragons and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm into it. I'm into people like making up stories. It's great. It's got to be the right I mean, you know, just write fiction. Don't act like you're, you know, passing on information to the masses. You know, like, you don't need to do all that stuff. You could just literally just be a fiction writer. Like, you could go work for Marvel or something, you know. But I don't like watching CNN either because they're generally lying about stuff / like they're not even at. People always say like, CNN's like lefties. Like they aren't. They're neoliberal, like weird capitalist creeps. They're certainly not on the left. I wouldn't say. They're like neolibs, right? They're like boomer. They're boomer capitalists, right? So I just don't. It's such a waste of time. I read some reports about recently about people from CNN were talking about how whenever they ran something negative about one side, they were like, "Oh, you know what we should do is we should run something unrelatedly negative, or something unrelated but negative about the other side, so then people will think that we're balanced." When it's like, just report the actual story. So like, this is fucking insane. Like, it's just ridiculous, you know. Mickham is here. As a European, I believe the rep would have won if election was to be next week. But in November, well, that is another time compared to now. Much to be said and done until then. We'll see. Oh, the Republican. Oh, Trump. Yeah, I mean, the election isn't this week. It's not. It wasn't last week. It's in November. So, most people will probably have forgotten about this shooting in 2 weeks, probably. I would think. I would think that most people, I'm not going to say all people, that doesn't make any sense, but most people are going to have forgotten about this shooting in 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks, maybe even less. I don't know. They'll have moved on to another thing, which is wild. D-Rock says, have you watched The Boys on Prime? Yes, I have watched The Boys on Prime. I am caught up, mainly because they release an episode a week, and I have Amazon Prime, so I'm actually able to just watch those episodes on my phone. Believe it or not, I know it sounds stupid, but it is a big pain in the ass for me to watch stuff at night, which is really the only time, being a dad, that I could watch something like The Boys, right? So if I can actually just watch it on my phone and not have to like go to the living room and like, you know, try to be quiet or whatever, or I can just watch it in my office here and turn it up loud and do all that kind of stuff, then, you know, that's the thing. It's like I'm able to catch up on it. I don't have Disney Plus on any of my devices, so I have really no idea what's going on with Star Wars these days. In the past, I used to just kind of put it on in the background and then be like, check in with the Mandalorian or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. So I don't know anything about the Acolyte or any of that. I haven't watched any of that stuff, so I don't know. But I have this weird sort of joy / issues with The Boys. It's like, it's good, and then I don't know how I'm feeling, like, if it's good. It does a lot of this jumpy around type stuff. Some of the character arcs don't make a whole lot of sense. Main characters die. But overall, I give it like an 8 out of 10. It's definitely no 10 out of 10. It's not like season 2 Game of Thrones. You know, like, let's be honest here. Like, the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones was like, that's about as good as you could make just about anything, right? And The Boys has been up there, but just they make some weird, like, what are we doing right now in this show? It's the best. That's how I watch it. Gen V coincides with the last 3 to 4 episodes. So yeah, I haven't watched Gen V, so I don't know. I mean, I probably should. I probably should watch Gen V whenever I get some time and know exactly what's going on with that. But you know, it's hard to like take in all the content because I'm pretty busy most of the time. And you know, like, I come on to stream once a week, and most people are like, "Yeah, but you're just chilling streaming." It's like I'm literally like just chilling right now, and then I'm gonna, end the stream and get busy at around 4 o'clock. And I've admitted it in the past, and I'll admit it again. I really would like to be in a world where I'm able to make like two like conscious, really good videos a week and stream. An hour or two Monday through Friday. Financially, we are not there. So, but yeah, I would love to be able to be like on more of a schedule of like making content. But like this week, I got to go dig some more holes and put some concrete in the holes, and then put the brackets in the holes, and then put the big beams on the brackets. So, that kind of stuff doesn't really lend itself to editing at a computer, right? So, so I'm not even here, right? I'm gone. So I got to go do all that kind of stuff. And, it is what it is. I have a lot of gratitude for all of the things that stress me out. Also, I have a lot of gratitude for them. Things are changing, and hopefully we'll get into some kind of position at some point. We'll see. Hoping to get some really good news tonight / tomorrow morning. That I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not really going to talk about it. But hopefully we get some good news, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what shakes out. A few of you people on Discord know about what's going on, but either way, I don't need to put it into the Gen Pop. You know what I mean? Oh, just got a message from Jason over at Livingston Fabrications. He doesn't have a welding setup yet. Okay. Okay. I was asking him to build something for me, and it doesn't have a space yet for it. I get that. I'm running out of space. I'm running out of real estate here. Someday I'd like to build a shop. Sounds like you're building a fence. No, I'm not building a fence. I'm building a deck. Actually, I posted some pictures on Discord about where I'm building the deck, right near a beaver dam. I guess I'll post pictures of it on Discord when I'm done. Yeah, building a crazy deck situation. Should be good. I will cross all my crossables for you. I hope to hear good news. Yeah, well, I hope to hear good news too. We'll see. We'll see how this works out. There was a fish question in here, a fishy thing. From Mickham. I believe I now can say I've had the chance to complete my life as an Episto nerd. This week, I got to give Dr. Sven O. Kullander a pair of Epistogramma Kullanderi over here. Oh, that is pretty cool. I'm into it. It's pretty crazy to like meet your heroes, your real heroes in life. Like I got to meet Stefan Hummel up at Dennerle in Germany. Probably one of the coolest videos I ever shot that had no audio. I get to walk around with Stefan Hummel. He showed me all of his plant growing, collecting, the beds, how they work, how the water system works. When they were setting up their new tissue culture area, like how the tissue culture area was going together. They had recently been either acquired or merged with Tropica at the time, and they were working on their tissue culture build out area. That was very cool. It was so cool. And for some reason, my audio recorder had like 3 minutes or something like that of the interview, and then just dead air because it was dead. And relying on battery operated things that aren't rechargeable, I don't think I'll ever do that ever again. You know, stuff that you have to like put a AA or a AAA or a 123 battery, any kind of battery you got to buy at the store that's disposable. I don't think I'll ever go that route ever again with the audio recording device, because I could have realistically just had that plugged in and it have been fully charged, but at the time I really wasn't thinking about it. And really one of the moments of like absolute frustration. I mean, I don't recall out of my like YouTube career, I do not recall a point in time when I was like just that, like, what the fuck, unbelievable, this is just ridiculous, you know. Have you done much building contracting lately? Yes, I have, quite a bit, and I will continue to do it, because that's how I have to make money. I recently had to like expand my bond and my insurance, which was a fucking pain in my ass, but insurance and bond expanded. They're like, just, you know, the lawyer type dudes are like, hey, give me that money. And you're like, okay, here you go. And then they take it, and then they're like, yeah, your bond's expanded. And you're like, oh, cool. No one even gives a fuck about this when it comes to remodeling their bathroom or whatever, but it's reality, you know. So, and you gotta do it. In 2020, 73 million Americans were under the age of 18. If you're wondering, Mike. So more people were under the age of 18 than voted for Trump. So 23% in 2020, but 4 years has gone by. Let's see, percent of the population that is under 18 on PBR. Okay. United States, it's down to 22% now from 23 because they're getting older every day. Florida, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Florida are the lowest percentage-wise. Demographic data. Yeah, so here's the problem. So the census is from... ...4 years ago. So which ones are now over 18? Let's see. Over 18 population. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay. So in 2021, it was 78% of the population is over 18, and then by 2023, it's 79% of the population is over 18, so it's like 21% now. Nope, 22%. Okay, so it's 22. So the United States, 260 million people were over the age. So we go like this. We go to the calculator. And we go So we go 74 as a percentage of 260. So it's 0.28. So 28% of people over 18 voted for the Republican goofball douche. Oh, hold on. Bag. There you go. There you go. So there you go. There's the percentages of people that are over 18 that voted for the orange buffoon. There you go. So there you go. Yeah. Exactly. I've been reading Kullander Apisto articles and species descriptions for 35 plus years. He has described a lot of fish, including 30 plus Apistos. Let's see, Kullander. I'm wondering. I mean, I've probably read something from them. Well, I guess the Kullanderi is named after him, right? Duh. Sven O. Kullander. Here we go. Probably saying his name wrong. Swedish biologist specialized in ichthyology. Primarily researches cichlids, notably a genus called Apistogramma. Yeah, we all know that. I don't know. He looks mildly familiar, like he might have been at something, you know? I mean, he doesn't necessarily have like an insanely standoutish appearance, right? So, definitely could have been at something that I was at, which would have been, you know, cooler to know. Oh, that's crazy. Like, this article is about the biologist. For the physicist, see. The physicist apparently passed away, so you wouldn't accidentally run into either of them. But wonderful, man. I mean, like I said, it's really cool to, you know, meet somebody that, you know, they may not be your hero, your idol, or whatever, or anything like that. Like, obviously, it's kind of weird to describe anybody that way. But people that you've been reading stuff from them. I mean, you've utilized resources and information from them. Like, it is pretty interesting. I guess nowadays people would be like, I met Mr. Beast, you know, or whatever. And they would freak out about that, I guess. Which every interview I've ever seen with Mr. Beast, he's just like a guy. So maybe it is interesting. Maybe would be interesting to meet him. I don't know, but he just seems like just a guy. Joel, since I'm only on YouTube, regarding the tank behind you, do you have a video or photos on some other social media where I can watch it? No, actually, I don't. I have a whole video series of setting this tank up. I have video shot of every plant that I've put into it, unpotting, planting it in the tank, why I planted it in the tank, all of that stuff. So don't worry. At some point, I will. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but at some point I will edit those videos and get those out to you. How is Puffy? Puffy is fine. He's a little fatty and he wants to eat snails. There he is. He's back there. He's right there. There he goes. Oh, hold on. I got to do this inverted backwards thing where I can point. Well, how do I do it? There it is. There he is. He's lurking. He's always lurking, okay? He's always looking for snails. He wants some snails, and he's going to eat them when he finds them. So that's pretty much his sole mission. He's never made it or anything like that, so I don't even think he knows what girlfish are, you know? Maybe he does. Maybe he does just, like, internally. Maybe he's got an internal thing about like, I want to mate, and we don't even know because there's no opportunity for him to mate. He was a pack of 3 fish when I got him. There was 3 puffer fish, and the 2 didn't survive. And I made videos about the ones that died. It sucked. One just disappeared. The other one, I was pulling just gobs of plants out, and apparently one of the pufferfish was in the gobs of plants. Like, I pulled out this giant bulbitis, I think is when that happened. I don't remember exactly. And then I came out, and it was just on the floor, like, you know, and it had been like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours or something like that. So I was like, oh, shit. And I got him back into some water and was hoping that they would recover, and they did not. They did not recover. So it was a bummer. It was a massive bummer. I was very unhappy about it. But someday, maybe I'll get some more shut-it-in-eye puffers. They're much more common now. So maybe I'll just get one or whatever. If not Biden, who? Kamala Harris, probably. If not Biden, then who? The answer to that question would be Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. For many reasons, and if you guys desperately need to hear them, I can go through them quite quickly. Transferring all of the money that they've raised to a different candidate is fucking insane and just completely stupid, is number one. Because you have to put it into a super PAC, and then the super PAC can't communicate with the person that's running, and blah blah blah. It's just ridiculous, and they've raised a ton of money for Biden and Harris. Second reason, number 2, would be she's already in the administration, so you'd be voting for the administration that already exists. So you go like, oh, the whole Biden team would just be still intact. Number 3, I do not understand a world where anybody in their right mind could go, as a political group in the United States, would go, okay, the president needs to step down, and we're going to have somebody run, and then in the world of identity politics that the Republicans created, to be able to go, oh, I think Kamala is black, or at least some mixed race or something. I don't know her. I don't know her. What I don't know what racial identifier she has, but she's like, hold on, let me see. Kamala Harris, race affiliation. Harris has a multiracial background. Her mother was South Asian, and her father is black. Okay, so she's Asian and black. I didn't even know. I knew that she was like brown of some kind, and I frankly don't care and don't really think about any of that stuff. But anyhow, black and South Asian. But I can't imagine a world where you would look at the next candidate as a woman, right, who's of mixed race, and then say, oh, here's the other person that's going to be the president. Right? That would be categorically insane to do from the standpoint of I don't think you would recover. I don't think you would recover, period. End of story. I think Kamala Harris is pretty smart. I think she's pretty adept, and I think she would have to do quite a bit of work to win, because she's had her fair share of what the hell has she done over the last 3.5 years. No one really seems to know, but I think it would be a lot of work in order to get it done. But I think it's the most logical direction that you would go. In my opinion, folks should be voting based on the party platforms way more than the personalities of the politicians. Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned this, I don't know, probably 100 times live streaming, that you are not voting for a dictator in the presidency of the United States up until if you're voting for Donald Trump, you are voting for somebody who wants to be a dictator and overturn all of our systems in the United States into a dictatorship. That's his plan. By the way, it's in Project 2025. If you want to read it, it's all illustrated in there, from removing the EPA, from removing NOAA, from removing the educational system. They want to just close the educational system. Like, okay, we're just done. They just want to close it and turn it all private. I don't know. It's insane. But traditionally, you are voting for all of the people who work within the administration. On average, there are about 4,000 people that work in the presidential administration. I think 3,000 on average are like appointed, so they're like appointed people. The other 1,000 are either voted on in Congress. I think the rest are all voted on in Congress. I believe, but you guys can look it up on your own if you like. But either way, the reality is that you're voting for this like 4,000 to 10,000 person administration that is going to do a whole bunch of stuff, or do frankly nothing, like the Trump administration did, except make money for Trump, which is basically all they did the whole time, which was like lobbying China so that Trump's daughter could get copyrights there, for instance, as an example. Or Jared Kushner getting $2 billion from the Saudi Arabians the moment that they left the office. Or the moment that they left office, Jared Kushner got $2 billion, not million, billion, But of course, like, Hunter Biden's the problem, right? But Jared Kushner knowingly gets a $20 billion bribe. So that's fine, I guess. I don't know. I forgot my Mr. Brown. Anyhow, to just solidify the point there that I was making is like, you're voting for the administration. You're not voting for one singular individual person. But unfortunately, the way it goes in the United States is that it's more of a popularity contest or name recognition. And so that's how George W. Bush got elected. His daddy was president, so he got elected. Basically what it boils down to. I don't think she has a lot of charisma. On the other hand, she is a smart woman, has a lot of support from the establishment Democrats. I don't think that she necessarily has a lot of charisma or not. I don't know. I haven't really seen charismatic moments from Kamala, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because a lot of times people get into a camera type situation and they are like, okay, I need to tone it down because I'm doing blah, 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 whatever thing, and that's just how things work. I don't know. I mean, if somebody's asking, if not Biden, who, you don't need to convince me. Like who's my perfect candidate? Probably Elizabeth Warren, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Somebody asked me that a while ago, and Elizabeth Warren seemed to be the most logical in my opinion, because she is, was a Harvard, wasn't she a Harvard professor of economics and stuff, right? I don't know. I have to check. Where's her wiki? What was her job before? Where was it? Personal details. Career. Although ultimately, like, here's the problem. In 1970, after obtaining a degree in speech pathology and audiology, but before enrolling in law school, Warren taught children with disabilities for a year in a public school. During law school, she worked as a summer associate in Cadwalder, Wickersham, and Taft. Okay. After receiving her Juris Doctor and passing the bar examination, Warren offered legal services from home, writing wills and doing other real estate closings. In the late 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s, Warren taught law at several American universities while researching issues related to bankruptcy and middle-class personal finance. Okay, she was a law professor. Yeah. But I'm saying that, like, here's ultimately the problem. In 1970, she received her degree, right? Like, how old is she today? In office, personal details. Why does it not have their birth date on here? Born in 1949, so 51 years plus 24 years. She's 75, right? So, not good. Not good either. Because the big problem with Joe Biden is that he's 81, right? So, that's not good. Bernie Sanders is 82. That's not good. Elizabeth Warren, 75. Not great. You know? Yeah. So, if people are going to ask me, like, who, I would say I think the most likely candidate is Kamala Harris, right? And there really isn't an other option for the reasons I highlighted earlier. But if there was somebody that, like, I would agree with most or whatever, it's probably Elizabeth Warren. Mainly because, and people would say, like, oh, you like a Bernie bro or whatever. I would say, like, no, not like, I like Bernie Sanders and I like a lot of the things that he has to say, but there's a bunch of stuff that on his platform that I don't necessarily agree with as it being a reasonable approximation of, like, how I think things should go for, like, everybody, right? Would we be in a much better off position had we elected Bernie in 2016? Probably, compared to Trump, for sure. But, like, I mean, you could have elected basically anybody, Ted Kennedy's chance is 0. About an ice cube's chance in hell. That dude is out of his mind. Almost everything that he has to say or do or whatever, it's a crazy person. And he doesn't even appeal to the Trump crazy people, right? So, yeah, I mean, not a chance, not even a remote chance. And, namely, like, we don't need anybody with the last name Kennedy in office ever again. We really don't. Just, there's no reason for it. Yeah. Vermin Supreme. Vermin Supreme has some, Vermin Supreme would be interesting. Oh, Ted is dead. Robert Jr. is the brainworm guy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's all the same guy to me. They're all insane. All of the Kennedys are out of their minds. So, to be clear. They're either dead or crazy, right? That's it. Sorry, Ted Kennedy. It's not Ted Kennedy. It's Robert Jr. Kennedy is what's his name's wife, or what's her name's wife, Cheryl Hines. Yeah, Cheryl Hines, R.F. Kennedy. Yeah, I mean, he's the brainworm guy for sure. Let's see. There are no. Who are all the Kennedys that are left? And frankly, like, why does it matter? Why? Let's see. Who all is left? Okay, let's see. Who's still alive? Robert F. Kennedy didn't make it. And looking at their family tree here, I don't know. I mean, these people don't need our attention anymore, right? Joseph P. Kennedy II, Gene Kennedy, Joe Kennedy III, Carolyn Kennedy, Patrick Kennedy, Patrick J. Kennedy, Edward M. Kennedy. I don't know. Like, these people just don't need our. They don't need our attention. Oh, here we go. Here's a guide to the family tree. Okay, all right. Here we go. This makes more sense. There's like an autoplay video in the corner, so that's not helpful. Yeah, so who's left? Okay, here's the JFK family tree. So John and Jackie had John F. Kennedy, Carolyn Jean Bessette, Carolyn Kennedy, Edwin, and then she married Edwin Schlossberg. And then there's a John Jack Schlossberg, Rose Schlossberg, Rory McCullough, Tatiana Schlossberg, George Moran, and Edwin Moran is recently born. This family tree doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm gonna be honest with you. John E. Kennedy Jr., he's dead. Carolyn Jean Bessette, she's dead too. Carolyn Boulevard Kennedy is still alive. Edwin Schlossberg is still alive also. The rest of these people are all still alive. But didn't one of them marry the Star-Lord? Yeah, I don't know. Who cares? I don't care. But they should all just stay out of political office. They should just keep embezzling money or whatever it is that they do. I don't know. However, he has pledged to never eat a human being. Though the fact he feels the need to make that declaration makes me believe he has given the idea all too much thought. That's true. I wish Buttigieg had more experience, and I find myself liking Booker. Cory Booker is pretty adept. I believe Buttigieg, he's an interesting guy. He's an interesting guy, and he definitely knows quite a bit. He knows a lot of what's going on. He's the head of the transportation, I believe. I think. We could look it up, but it doesn't matter. I think he's too young. I think that's the bigger issue. He just doesn't have enough of Washington D.C. experience, plus the boosters and enough people to like back him to run for president. So I don't think it would work, honestly. One of Arnold's daughters, I believe. Yeah, I think Arnold Yeah, didn't Arnold marry Kennedy or something? Uh, yeah, he married Maria Shriver, right? Who's one of the Kennedys. Yeah, that's right. Didn't he like cheat on her with the maid or something? Isn't that what happened? And doesn't he have a kid with the maid also? Yeah, and Maria Shriver was the son of Eunice Kennedy. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. These people live weird lives. The silver spoon life that these people lead is very weird. And then didn't Schwarzenegger like have a kid with the maid or something? Because wasn't Schwarzenegger like known to just smash cakes all the time? Wasn't that his whole thing? Children, 5 kids, including Catherine, Patrick, and Joseph Baena. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This the whole thing is just whatever. It's just a whatever type situation. But they also say the young European politicians are more inexperienced. Go figure. Info according to Euronews over here. Today, the average age of a European head of government is 53. In the 1980s, it was over 65. Yeah, I mean, the previous generations will refuse to lose power. They will, it's not lose power. It's like let go of power, right? You know, I mean, it's on both sides. It's on both sides. It has everything to do with the boomer generation, right? Like, and I as a matter of fact, I was listening to some statistics earlier I don't know, last week or whatever, where they were talking about like just how easy life was for the boomer generation, in comparison to, you know, their kids and their kids' kids and their kids' now or whatever. That generation like had it just profoundly easy, comparatively to the generations now. And I think we're all kind of seeing that firsthand. And it's weird because the hanger-ons of the boomers, they just will not stop like being in a position of power. Like they just can't stop. They have to stay and just be there and just be, for whatever reason. I don't know why. All these people claim that they want to retire at 62. They want to retire at 65. And strangely enough, like people are becoming heads of state in Europe at the age of over 65. And for some reason, we've continued to do that here in the United States, where we just have all these, you know, octogenarians wandering around, you know, who are screeching, don't even know what TikTok is, right? They don't even know what a computer is. They don't even know what the internet is. They're just confused weirdos. And for whatever reason, they just won't go fucking retire. Like, just go retire. And by the way, it's fucking bizarre that Donald Trump is also running. That's also bizarre. What is he, 79 or something? How old is he? Oh, sorry. He's 78. Oops. I was off. Like, by anybody else's metric, he should have been retired for the last 15 years, right? But no, they have to stay in power. They just, oh, God, I'm just going to cling to this and just consume everything they get their hands on. Yeah. I like Arnold a lot more out of politics and promoting athletics and physical fitness. I agree. I don't know. I mean, he ran for governor. He won and was governor and whatnot. I mean, obviously his background is physical fitness and working out. I mean, he was like Mr. Olympia for, I don't know, 6 years or, I don't know. Mr. Olympia. Yeah, here's what's crazy too. In 1970, the contest found its first major celebrity, Austrian-born bodybuilder and future action movie star Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he's old, right? He's also old. Like cruising around promoting working out and stuff like that. That's great. Do that. You don't need to be the governor or anything. How many times did he win it? Let's see. Schwarzenegger won Mr. Olympia 6 years in a row from 70 to 75, then surprised audiences by returning to the contest in 1980 after a 4-year break and winning again. Okay, so he won 6 times. Then he took a break. Oh, but that's not even the record. Okay. Lee Haney of South Carolina won his 8th consecutive title in 1991. Ronnie Coleman of Louisiana also won 8 consecutive Mr. Olympia titles between 1988 and 2005. And Phil Heath of Seattle. Oh, hey, that's close to me. Oh, tied Schwarzenegger with 7 wins between 2011 and 2017. Who's Phil Heath of Seattle? Let's see who he is. Did he die? No. We're the same age and we got the same physique. Look at that. He's 44. We got the same thing going on, you know. Mr. Olympia. Again. He's just out here winning it. He's just out here winning it, dude. You know? That's what he does. That's what he do. Getting muscly. Flexing on stage. Getting super tan. Getting bronze. All right, anyhow. Moving on. Moving on to what? I don't fucking know, man. I'm just responding to the chat, and nobody even called in today. Nobody even called in today, so I don't know. Should I play a game of Risk? LOL, he was a prick when competing, playing mind games with competitors. That's what competition is, right? You're always playing mind games with anybody you're competing with, and especially sports. I mean... Michael Jordan, I don't know, just immediately comes to mind about people that were playing mind games with people. But he also was super good, right? So he was backing it up. He was backing it up by being a dick and playing mind games with people. So he was doing both, right? So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not in sports, so but that's what they do. Is it cool? I don't know. Do people feel good about it? I don't know. How's my current standing in Risk? We'll find out. We'll take a look. Oh no, I'm 600th. I'm 600th on the leaderboard. I haven't been playing very much this season of Risk. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll play a game. Maybe we won't. Oh, we don't have the green screen set up. So maybe I won't play. Maybe I won't play a game because we don't have the green screen set up. Well, I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about. I had a stream of consciousness going and nobody called in today, so I don't know. I'm trailing off. I don't know. It's basically just me and Zipgun going back and forth, talking shit about Arnold Schwarzenegger, which isn't necessarily like anything I would ever focus on at any point, to be honest. Nope, let's not do that. Let's see. Refer a friend? No, we're not going to refer a friend. I got the owner packet. The owner packet came today. Let's see what the owner packet says. Let's log in. Oh my god, I have to get a verification. 2-stroke verification. What's our 2-stroke code? Yeah. Oh my god, it worked. There we go. What the fuck? Cash out? Why? What? Pyramid wall mount? Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what this packet's all about, but it's an owner packet that says cash out, and that's not good. We do always want cash coming in. That's kind of the thing. What? Okay. Anyhow, I don't know. I'm getting all these like weird notifications for weird things going on. So we'll see. Buy 2, get 1. What is this? What is this? You know, it's a weird thing. Like, I don't want to alarm anybody, but I certainly don't want to ever start wearing long sleeve shirts, just in case anybody was wondering. Because they always say, like, hey, get your wet sleeves. You know, you want to get your wet sleeves, but I don't want to get wet sleeves, so I just don't like have sleeves. Feels like a better thing to do. It's just to like not have sleeves, right? Because then otherwise I got to roll them up. You know what I mean? These are all long sleeve shirts. I don't know why they're advertising me long sleeve shirts when I click the short sleeve shirts. I don't know. Can I click this button? Does that take me to short sleeve shirts? Oh, it does. Okay. Dude, what the hell is that? That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Okay. All right, let's get rid of this. We're going to close that. And we're going to go back to what we were doing. Okay. Email from my insurance guy. Oh, that's good. That's always going to be good news. All right. Amazon affiliate links. You guys are using lots of Amazon affiliate links, right? Uh-oh, somebody returned something. Okie dokie. All right, well. I think I've got it, but I'm doing some hose management to deal with before testing it. I'm trying to puzzle out a not carrying buckets method of doing water changes right now. Oh, it's definitely got to do with hoses. You're definitely going to employ some hoses. I had to do a water change today, and I needed to use some hoses myself. Water pump hoses. Eject water outside. Which just means I don't have to water the lawn. The little lawn area we have in the back, I don't have to water it because it's watered with fish tank water, so that's good. Hey, I want a sweet JBJ 10-gallon with light filter and stand at the LA Pet Fair. Huh. Actually, that's really cool. That's really cool. Congratulations. I don't know that I've ever won a tank giveaway, which is weird. You would think at some point I probably would have won one, but I guess I don't ever really like put in to win them, like buy the raffle tickets or anything like that, because I'm almost always somewhere where I can't like take it home. So yeah, maybe that's why. All right. Okay, does anybody know what's the best job site cooler? I was trying to find a cooler that I can take that will actually keep ice in it. Does that make sense? Does anybody know which one's the best one? Because I have like an old cooler that you put ice in, and it doesn't last very long. So then you end up like getting more ice the next day, which is really kind of ridiculous when you think about it, right? You're like, I'm going back to getting ice again, right? It's not great. It's not a great scene. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not a great scene, and I don't want to have to be buying ice all the time or making ice, I guess. So I was trying to figure out, like, what's the best job site cooler, and then I found a site that was talking about them, but then I couldn't be sure that it wasn't just, like, an advertising site, because I think it was a sponsored website, and that wasn't very helpful for getting, like, actual freaking accounts of like what's the goods, you know. And then the Yeti one was like, I don't know, $300 or something crazy like that, which would inherently like put me back to just buying the ice every day, right? I might as well just buy ice every day if I'm gonna spend $300 on a cooler. So I don't know, maybe somebody knows something that I don't. Klein Tools makes one. This one right here. Which I thought might be... oh my god, copy. This one right here I was looking at. I was like, okay, it's $60. I was looking at this one, like it's $60. And I guess I posted the link and didn't post like what the hell I'm looking at here. Right? This one here, it's like $60. It's Klein Tools. So, electrician trade box, I don't know, holds 18 cans, keep cool 30 hours. You can sit on it. So it works as a stool. I guess it's like approved for a stool. And then it's got these like cooler ice packs that you put in here to keep it cool in there. I don't know. Oh, you can lock it. Okay, you can put a lock on it. That is helpful. I don't know. Let's check some reviews, dudes. Let's see what we got. 10,000 ratings? Why would it have 10,000 ratings? That hardly even makes any sense. Okay, pictures from people. Here we go. He's got his coolers in there and his sun chips. Okay, makes sense. Solid hard lunchbox, very durable and roomy. I was going through soft lunchboxes left and right. Either the zippers would break or the soft insulated lining would rip, so I decided to spend a little something that would last. Okay. Exactly what my husband needed for work. Very spacious. Compartment for phone and wallet. And it's great to use as a seat while eating lunch. Yeah, I mean, it says you could sit on it if you're up to 300 pounds. I mean, I guess if you go over 300 pounds, does it just explode? Or will it hold to 330? You know? These are questions. There's a guy sitting on it. That's a guy sitting on the dang thing. I don't know. I may have... Oh, here's a side-by-side with an igloo. I'm very impressed with this cooler. Perfect for a couple meals and fits everything I need. A little compartment is awesome. And I love the shoulder strap. Didn't realize how much I like that shoulder strap until walking into work. I had my hands free and this beast slung over my shoulder. Great call by the design team. I tried to find a standard household item to show you the size for comparison to this cooler. It's rather large compared to a standard lunchbox, but not to the point of looking ridiculous when you show up to work with it. Fits a full-size 2-liter in it on its side. Also can fit a whole 12-pack of glass bottles if you remove the inside compartment door. Snug fit, but it works. I took off 1 star because it's not made in the USA. Big disappointment being that the Igloo makes a similar cooler, pictured here at almost half the price, also half the quality, but it's made in the U.S., as you can see on the stamp on the front. Okay. I'd gladly pay a few more dollars to have it made here instead of China. I know, I'm being that guy. What can I say? I prefer American made. Okay, yeah, which is fine. I don't know. The thing is, you're already paying more. You're already paying more for the Chinesium one in the Klein versus the Igloo one that was made in the U.S. that you said was half the price. After just 3 weeks of use, it busted. Not the strap holder or anything that could be considered flimsy. Reached out to Klein, and they said they don't cover normal wear and tear. 3 weeks, maybe 15 uses total. Very disappointed, and was labeled as a work cooler manufactured by a tool company. Okay. So some people mad, some people happy. I'm guessing that the Igloo was, I don't know. Did we lose everybody? I don't know. I started talking about coolers. Everybody's going to leave. So, if it works, it works. There's a Pelican one, but it's only 8 quart. And I trust like Pelican build quality because the Pelican cases hold insanely expensive camera equipment. But I don't know how well it works as a cooler, right? Like, is it a good cooler? 8 quarts? Is that big enough? Let's check out some reviews, man. 459 ratings. That's wild. Incredibly strong, great lunchbox. Awesome, keeps in cold, great design, great size, great price. Oh, it says there's one that's bigger. This one says it doesn't hold ice. Oh, bummer. It's good for a small lunchbox, but if you're transporting items from one refrigerator to another, if you are transporting items from one refrigerator to another to store for lunch, ice doesn't stay frozen for more than a couple hours, and that's when it's stored indoors. If the cooler is kept outdoors in 85 plus temps, the ice might last an hour. Well, that's not good. Come on, Pelican. That was the thing. I was trying to find one that I can actually put ice in, and it actually would just stay icy. But no one even... All right, no one's even commenting anymore. Okay, I probably just stopped streaming, would be my guess. This is that part where I just make noises into the microphone while I shop. Probably. Okay. Well, I don't know. Nobody called in today. Nobody wanted to... Oh, did I turn that back on? Oh, I turned that back on. I wanted to remove that. Okay. All right. Let's leave. We'll leave that. Okay, green room. I'm no longer in the green room anymore. So we'll just go back to here. Yeti does make a cooler. They're like $300. That's what I mentioned earlier. They're super expensive. Yeti makes a cooler. I think their cheapest one is like $300. Let me see. The Rode 24 Yeti cooler is $250. The Tundra 45 cooler from Yeti is $210. I guess the cheapest one is $210. I think if I was going to spend like $200 or $250 on a cooler, I'd have to go see it in person. I'm not just ordering it. Yeah. That's the bigger problem. Still doing any lumber milling drying, Ben? Yes. Lots of lumber right up here in the upper corner. You can see a bunch of it there. I've got a bunch milled and dried outside that I'm drying, and I'm currently building I'm half-ass building a picnic table currently. So yeah, yep. Lumber's still a thing I do on a regular basis. I'm always cutting some kind of wood. Pretty much. Shows how well I'm paying attention. I guess I didn't earn a gold star today. Calm down. Yeti makes a cooler. They're very expensive. They're very, very expensive. That's the downside. Arctic makes coolers that work arguably as well, from my understanding. They're very, very expensive also. So that's really the downside of... you get get one of these coolers that works really good, or really well, then chances are somebody might actually just steal them from the job site, right? Like if you leave a Yeti cooler just laying on the ground, chances are somebody might steal it instead of my saw because they're like, "Oh, that cooler's worth $300." So I was hoping that somebody had something that was like, oh, check this one out. It's $50 or something. But I don't know. I suppose I'm gonna have to just go to the farm co-op and the farm store and see what they got, and ask some of my boys at the farm store and see what they got. They gave those coolers away when you bought a couple containers of wine nuts from Platt Electric. They're not an extra special cooler. You can line the inside of a bigger cooler with rigid foam. Yeah, the Klein ones, I know that they were giving those away at Platt for a while. I do know that, Timothy. My assumption was, but I think the Klein one was only like $50, right? $59 on Amazon. I bet I could probably find it cheaper somewhere. It doesn't seem like they're anything special, but it's true. We read the reviews, and I think once we got into the normal human reviews, they were like, yeah, it doesn't hold ice. So I was like, okay. Turns out it doesn't hold ice, so we don't need the Klein box. I mean, if Knipex made one, let me see. Knipex cooler. Whoops, hold on. What the fuck? Piece of shit site. I wonder if they make one. No, I don't see one. If Knipex made a cooler, I probably would buy it. Because Knipex, like, they crush everything Klein. Every single one of the Knipex tools is better than the Klein tool. 100%. 1,000%. Fucking 1,000,000%. Are they more expensive? Yes. For sure. Do they work better? Yes. For sure. 100%. No question. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's not arguable except for like super fanboys of Klein or whatever. They're like, it's in America, so it's from America. It has to be better. And I'm like, use them side by side. Like the Knipex tools are way fucking better. They're way more expensive. Sure. Do I still have some Klein tools? Yeah, for sure. Because I'm fucking poor, you know? Like I'm a poor guy. And anybody like assuming that I'm anything other than a poor guy, go fuck yourself. But I am. And so yes, I do have some Klein tools that I still use, and do they work? Yes. Are the Knipex version of those same tools better? Likely, yeah. Although I don't have any of their electronic testers or anything like that. Most of the stuff I got is oh my god, Fluke and Klein, mostly in my testers. At least the ones that are identifiable in my mind at the moment right now, but yeah. And plus, I think Klein is mostly made in China now, right? Vast majority of these products we sell are made in the USA. Okay. The exact percentage changes frequently as we insource some products to our USA plants to add new products to our lineup. Okay, so it's like all super confusing. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Mark, what's up, buddy? Got a new baby discus today. Early birthday gift. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, one of these days I got to do a discus tank for sure. When is that going to be? I don't know, man. I wish I had like a good timeline of when things are going to be happening and when they aren't. I mean, I can tell you that the lights turned off on this Planet Aquarium over here. This tank has been having problems recently. Self-inflicted, 100%, for content reasons. I let algae get out of hand on purpose so that I could start healing it and record little segments about what I was doing to heal it. So it'll probably be more vibrantly in the background in the future once it's gone through this algae cycle, which, by the way, doesn't really stress me out other than I go like, oh, shit, there's stuff I got to do with my garden. And frankly, it's not the most stressful thing, but some people it is. Local breed from Saginaw. Super nice orange and reds. I don't mind the peppering. I like the blue discus myself more. Let's see. I don't really like the wild type all that much. Let's see what we got here. I like the blues. The blues with the stripes. Although the reds are pretty good. Pigeon blood is pretty good. Let's go here. Well, we can't do it on there. Can we go here? Oh my god, not a very intuitive website, because you got to go like this. Oh wait, no, they're going to load. Okay, hold on. We'll go through them here. Load? 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 Load the image? Is there images here? Or is it just like a space where an image should be? Okay, hold on here. We're going to reload this website. See if it comes up. I don't know. All their text comes up, but their images don't for some reason. I don't know why. This is the 54 list of discus variants. Man, I really would like to look at this website, but the images don't. They don't come up. Here's a good one. Let's see what this got. Why is it Pinterest? Why? Fuck Pinterest. I hate Pinterest. Get out of here. All right, we'll go somewhere else. I don't know. I like discus, but you got to have a really specific tank for them, and I don't have it right now. But I will in the future, I think. I would guess. Like I said, don't know when. Don't know. Don't know when. Don't know how, but it'll happen. All right. All right, guys. I got to go to the bathroom, and I don't know. People have been super not interested in the live stream today. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's it for today, I think. Oh, God, what did I do? I opened the plugin store. We don't want that. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. No super chats, no new members, no new patrons, no new nothing today. So, yeah, I don't know. No promises of any other streams. I don't know when. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.